करना है स्टार्ट कि क्या आपने, क्योंकि आपने स्टार्ट कर दिया उधर ना, कि नहीं? नहीं नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, वीडियो मैंने बंद कर दिया, वो चालू रहता है तो भी मैं भाषण कब शुरू करूंगा ये मुझे बताओ, क्योंकि आपके लोग। हाँ, ठीक 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 ठीक। Welcome to this live session webinar in the scene of COVID and what you try to say as a lockdown. Very good initiative by Prerna College, and special thanks to Dr. Joshi and Dr. Gulani, who has been very kind enough to make me here as a resource person. Practically, I'm not going to deliver any kind of an uh, lecture as such, because although my initial posting was as a lecture, but I never believe that there can be a one-sided communication. So we're going to have an interaction today, and as a process, there is some need to introduce myself and the rest of the phenomena. But the introduction will take later on. So I will make my introduction at the last, not at the first. This is something very odd for all of you, including the organizers, because I think let me handle this situation, and you try to find out what I want to communicate, because this presentation itself will try to communicate something with concepts which are there in post-COVID scenario. Well, the screen which is there from my faculty electronics, which is basically testing whether my communication with you in the form of visuals, which will be there, will be complete or not, and that's why the test pattern is there. So many of you may be remembering in early days, Doordarshan used to transmit this kind of pages. Fine, we are there on the topic, and I will be discussing a heading called Let's Talk. This is something which is there. The COVID-19 has been a blunder as far as the many of the people are considered, but I think it has been treated as opportunity for the people like me. So I have been looking it from the opportunity point of view, and there are a lot of learnings during these days, and probably my discussion and interaction with you will be on this basis. So what we have learned in COVID. So I'm not going to give you any speculation what is going to happen, but I'm going to share the experiences. I'm going to learn from your experiences, and all those will be sum up in today's this kind of presentation. So let's talk. That's something which I'm going to do with you. You will be chatting on this screen, so may not be the voices may not be available. So the chat can work out. Uh, Secondly, I'm using this headphone only to have a proper communication. So similarly, if you have a headphone, you can also communicate with this. One learning which has come up to all the citizens of the world is something called concept of essential and non-essential. We have been dealing with this kind of words from so many years. As all rest of the people are there from literature, let me explain that this word is there around 400 years before. And if you see the how it originated, the word essential originated before the word education also. So that kind of an thing which you can work out. But more important is that in last 1 month or 1.5 months, we have tried to categorize our entire phenomena into essentials and non-essentials. So the experiences which are there, I'm going to share with this phenomena regarding the post-COVID scene for the higher academic institutes. I said that we will be discussing. So any discussion can be there when we are there on uniform platform. Uniform platform doesn't mean that I should be in front of you, but uniform platform means that me and you should be in a same mental condition. And to make a mental condition equal at a distant level, because I can see that there are a few people from Amravati, then the rest of the country. So that phenomena, you are sitting in your home and I'm sitting in my home. We all have done something before this event, and probably you were uh, anxious to join this and then take a certificate at the evening and rest of the things. So we all are in different moods. So let's make one common platform for all of us. So be relaxed. I'm not going to take a lecture. I'm not going to take your class for 1 hour and make you something very punishable. So just enjoy today's lecture, today's session. Be relaxed, and we will have a, uh mind break as such for the hardly for the minute or so, because I'm going to use this technique throughout my lecture whenever I want to discuss something with you. So I will be putting music on. Probably it will reach to you or it may not reach to you. I don't know whether this technique will work out, because I'm using first time this kind of an live webinar.com. Otherwise, I always deliver through OBS, and that's sure shot. So I will be delivering a piece of music for just 2 minutes. Be relaxed, close your eyes, and enjoy what is going to happen in next few minutes in your life. Just relax, close your eyes. To whomsoever you want to pray or you don't want to pray, just keep your mind cool. Think that today we are going to discuss, today we are going to talk on an issue which is related very closely with my livelihood. So let's think for 2 minutes. Yeah, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's come back to what we were trying to have the experiment over here. I got so many replies from many of the people, and then few replies says no. There is only one reply which says no, but rest of the people are getting my voice. That's a confirmation which I was trying to take, but I got another confirmation. This scene where I'm talking to you digitally, I'm trying to make many tools. So I said that this lecture is going to be a demo. What kind of an response I have, and what kind of an things I can learn from here. Let's check out. I have many responses which says that okay, we have got the music was good, everything. So it means that I was saying that please close your eyes. That has not been communicated. Oh, oh, no issue, no issue. But that's something which has come up. So I will be also communicating similar kind of an phenomena with you for the observations, and you're similarly you're supposed to write your answers. in the chat box, and I will be analyzing those answers. Those answers are automatically analyzed in your software, this beautiful software which you are using, and the results can be seen by yourself. So this is a live analysis what we will be working out. So concepts of essentials and non-essentials, which we were trying to work out. That's a great difficult topic you have been doing. I will start with a very simple question, and that question needs to be answered hardly using one word or two words or three words, maybe that much. So it has to be pointed one. Probably, I think in this presentation the graphics transitions are not working, so that's why you may have a screen where everything will be present. But I will be presenting that one by one, so no issue. Will work out. So let's take forward, and so that's what you got. Everything's in front of you. You are staying at your home, so I'm trying to make your observation with your home system, whatever, wherever you're staying, with the society, in the independent home or wherever. Either you have kids at your home or you have a kids at the society level. Let's think what these kids are doing at home. This is a very interesting question. So I have categorized them in the three groups. For the age group 9 to 12, there is some words I want. And to give example, I'm trying to say the enjoying and playing. That can be two words which, if I want to describe, I will describe. The next group which I have is 13 to 16, and the next group which is there is from 16 to 19. So these are the three groups where your opinion, your observation, I want to record. But just wait. I don't want a blank opinion. We all are in a same fraternity of educated persons, and the meaning of educated person is, the thing is that before giving any opinion, he will think. So we will think on these issues first, and then we will answer all those things. So the first two questions which will be there, we'll think on it independently. I will be putting a survey from here. So on that survey, you will have to write down answer yes or no, or whatever you want to put, enjoying, playing, whatever you want to say. You can always say like this. Am I audible? Because there is one complaint that voice is not there. Yeah, fine. So let's start with it. But before I go, you will have to think. So again, think for what your kids or kids around you are doing at home, and they should be there from age group 9 to 12. Let's think for a minute, and then I will start your survey, and then you will put your opinion, your confirmation, your remark in one or two words. So let's wait for 1 minute one more time. I will play again a music for 1 minute and enjoy that, and then talk about what you want to say. So that's a perfectly time where we have done a thought process. I hope you had done a thought process. Now I will work out with the survey condition which is there, and I will start the first survey. You have only 1 minute to answer. You have to answer only in 2 to 3 words. Here is question on your screen. I have finished the poll, and very happy to see the reactions which are there. So I will share the result which is there with my screen. So that's what I'm sharing, result. You may have it, view as a participant. Okay, so this was something result which you can see on your screen, probably, I think so, because I can see it, so I am also thinking that you can see it. Fine, we'll go back to our main screen where I was trying to talk to you. Yeah, uh, fantastic. I really appreciate all of you, because a tool which is there for lecture, I'm using it for interaction, and that's what I want to prove. The electronics, beauty of electronics, which can be used in a way which you want. Most of the answers which are there, they are very thoughtful. They have been there has been a thinking process. One answer which I will read from Dr. Pratima Bhonde. My son enjoying, and Devashish Das, who is looking after the technical support. Very kind person, very gentle person who has helped me to come into this room. Playing and enjoying. Okay, fine. So this is a story where I have the phenomena for 9 to 12. As these kids are different in different behavior pattern, different psychological pattern in different ages, I divided them. So 9 to 12 is really somewhere they enjoy, and 13 to 16, this is a group where we'll have to think. I hope you have already thought on it, so I don't need to put any music for that, or should I don't know. Okay. So still we'll go with that test for 13 to 16. I will again make sure that you have a question on your screen. Again, think for it. I will again play a music. So again, think for it. And let's find out what is a change in behavioral pattern of kids from 9 to 12 and 13 to 16. Let's try that exercise. So have a long breath. Think these are the different kids than what you have initially said. So the poll is there on your screen. So it's poll time. You have 1 minute to answer. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. I'm getting answers one after the one after the. Yeah, great, great. Oh, feeling lonely without friends. That is Deepak K. More. Fantastic answer. Observation is nice. This kind of observations are really appreciated in this kind of an my show, because I'm not giving lectures. So I prefer it to stay as a show. Ah, WhatsApp and game online. Oh, universal problem. Online gaming. Wow, 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 wow. So we have a variety of answers. That's fantastic, fantastic. And all of you are, I think that you're enjoying that. Oh, fine, 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 fine. Lots of texting. Oh, fine. Attending webinars. Oh, students are. Oh, if a school is conducting, that's a different story. But if school is not conducting, that's different. Then it will be different answer. Fine, fine. So I will end the poll, and maybe I can share the result, and you can see those results. What is there? So I will finish this poll and come back to my session again, back to the original place where we were discussing. Thanks for your support. I cannot talk to a dead audience. I always talk to living youngsters, and that's why I took this by kind of an pleasure to interact with you. The next group, which is there, 16 to 19, I'm not going to ask again any question for this. I'm not going to give you 1 minute for this. I'm not going to take any survey for this. Because now I know that inside your mind, thinking has already started. And you also know what I want to talk and what you want to talk on the issue. As an educationalist, I have a very serious observation. This observation is there from the countrywide study which I carried out on last couple of years, not only this 45 days, but couple of years. But this COVID has given me opportunity to make you also observe the same phenomena which I have observed. Prerna College has given me this opportunity to talk to you, and I'm talking on the academic front. And that's why I'm thankful for this particular kind of presentation. Let's look inside what we have, what I have observed in the last few years, and what is going to be there in post-COVID scenario. Very interestingly, just go for the next slide. I'm going for that. Think. No answer was having these kind of words or this kind of an emotion. That's something very interesting. Nobody said that students are missing school. Nobody said that the students are missing teachers. One answer was there for missing friends. But nobody has said that they're missing their teachers. Nobody has said that they are missing their schools. Everybody has said that they are enjoying. So let's think. I'm making it more general, not specific with your kid, not specific with any aspect, not blaming anyone. I'm just thinking because I'm a scientist. I'm not a core lecturer. So I'm trying to think whether this system which we have been following pre-COVID, where we were trying to teach the kids and we were interacting with the kids, and maybe our kids are not so small, so we have kids from the age group of 18 and 24, but we can still imagine what must be they must be doing. One portion which I have not covered was the 16 to 19, where the kids are under tension. What will happen? Whether I will get admission or not? Whether the 10th result is will come out or not? Whether the JEE will be there or not? So all those queries were there. What the age group 18 and 24 is doing is a really concern for you and me, because we are the teachers for these candidates. Imagine what these kids are thinking. And what the survey which were done just now and what my experience is, there is very interesting slide which is coming up. Let's talk on that slide. Does it mean that the education is non-essential? So that is query. So education is of no use. This is a statement, blunt statement given by most of the kids, and educated people also. So is it mean that education is not essential, or it is non-essential to be proper in English? So is it non-essential phenomena? And if the people of my country feel, if they feel that education is not essential phenomena, which can be postponed, which can be put at some other place, where the student, a primary student, is not missing a class, and he is not saying that I'm missing a teacher, and he is not saying that teacher, I'm emotionally attached to you, and whatever you say I blindly believe on it. If he's not saying so, it's very difficult for me to say that there is a living education system in Bharat. One thing more which is surprising for me is no one has said that they're enjoying the time with their parents. They're sharing more phenomena with the parents. They're trying to talk to each other, and the family is enjoying. And if this is missing, I don't know, because I have not conducted a survey right now on the screen for this. But if it is the case, then seriously, the educated people who have been there from the last generation, whose kids are there, they have failed in parenting also. So no education, no parenting. Is it a case? Or I'm talking very something very odd, or I'm talking which is hurting you. And if it is hurting you, and if it is not hurting you, what kind of an education system we have is a question. So I will go for my next slide with keeping you in this probably in tense condition. My opinion was that we will enjoy this class, because thinking is also enjoyment. So a post-COVID scenario, which is focus of my today's talk, is based on this phenomenon. A post-COVID scenario will be a scenario where I'm supposed to use the tools like this. There won't be much more time for conducting classes in immediate span. Up to September, I don't hope that there will be anything. And September to August, December, you have a session where you have many of the phenomena happening simultaneously. Many of the accreditation processes which we have been looking for NAC or ASAT, for any other institute you're working. So that's everything is going to happen in this 4 months or 3 months, and you have to be there in in a way, in a command, to communicate with your kids, with the students, where we have said that 18 to or 19 onwards kids. So essentially, post-COVID scenario is focused on one phenomena, and that is creating a feeling of essentiality towards education through development of learning attitude. So unless and until we forgot the concept of teaching and we take more transformation towards role of a mentor, where I will support the student to learn by himself, and that is going to be key after COVID. There are going to be many more platforms, and these platforms will be making the existence of the current system very difficult. So essentiality towards education, whether the kid wants to go into school, learn something new, do something new, experiment by himself, talk to whatever he has learned, or simply sitting in a room for 1 hour and bearing whatever the lecture is delivered to him, and then getting frustrated, what I've done for my 22 years of study or 20 years of study, I'm not getting anything. So education of noise, going to this psychology or enjoying the education. So that is something which is going to be a very critical issue in the session which is going to start from September. What exactly I want to suggest to you? Let's check. Let's check what I want to say. There are many aspects which have been covered up in last 60, 70, no, around 130, 140 years when we have adopted this system. The system has gone through teacher centric approach initially, and now there is a buzzword called student centric, and so and so and so and so. The NAC also suggests this. Probably all of lectures may have suggested this. But what the student-centric means? They are enjoying beyond the school. They are not ready to come to school. So student-centric means that you should stop the school and schooling. Is it a case? What kind of an educational model we have? How we are going to bring out our next generation? There are many questions. So let's check one reality. I'm going to share a small video. The original video is much more longer. Around it is there for 6.5 minutes probably. I don't know exactly. I don't remember. But here I have a very small part of it, and many of you have seen this video because this video is very popular on internet, and you have been using internet for such kind of purposes before also. So this video may be seen by you, but today look at this video from a different perspective, the perspective which were carried out with the music. Think think pre-COVID, you were teaching something to your students. Maybe I may be teaching electronics, somebody may be teaching mathematics, somebody may be talking for electronics, English or Hindi or what it may be. And maybe you were communicating in the English or your medium or vernacular. Vernacular is a very wrong word, huh? In a local language. I will be more specific. So, so that has been done by us. I have been in there as a scientist, and I always see something. I observe something. I observe in nature, and then I try to put it in my life. This has been a story not of Vishwajit, but every scientist has done, and every scientist has taken up you in a science like this. And so-called story of a Newton was just an observation of apple falling in a nature. So that was a natural phenomenon. Let's observe this video. I'm sure this video will reach you. Be cool, be patient. Even if you have seen this video before, just think what kind of an teaching attitude and what kind of a learning attitude the nature has. I hope the video will reach you. Okay, okay, it's not reaching probably. Uh, Devashish, can you type the answer whether it is reaching you or not? Because I think as it has stopped my animation, it has also stopped the video. Okay, no issue, no issue. Okay, no issue. I can go without audio also. No, no, because now if I upload it, it will take a lot of time, and maybe we will finish out this time before that. So let's. I will tell you the story. The story starts with the uh, most popular animation group Pixar, who designs many films in animation. The story is titled as Piper. And once I finish out this, you can go back to the YouTube or any other channel and look for the Piper story from Pixar. So you just type Piper and Pixar, you will get the video. Probably I will also share if I can. I will try. But the story starts with bird and his small family member added to his family. चूजा है और पक्षी है इनके story है, and how that bird teaches a kid is the story. So there is no blackboard, there is no green board, there is no schooling. Each day that bird used to bring some kind of an fish, some kind of an food for that kid, and that kid used to be very happy whenever his mother used to go out and try to bring her some food. The kid was very, very, very interesting. Ah, aage, ma aage, ma aage. Then he open his mouth, and the mother will put some kind of an food in his mouth. That's some beauty. If the animation is more beautiful, you will enjoy the emotions also. So one day the mother doesn't bring any food. He's looking at the seashore. He's looking at the seashore that mother has gone. She has picked up one small tiny fish, very very good fish, which is tasty one also, and that tasty fish. Yeah, I know that video is not reaching you. No issue. That's why I'm telling you the story. Otherwise, I would have not told the story. So the animation is very good. It's self-explaining. No need to appreciate it. So that would have that continues. Yeah, her mother waits there on a seashore, and now the kid thinks that okay, now mother is not going to feed me. I will have to run up to mother. So he runs quickly, fast up to ocean, and by the time he reaches the ocean, a big wave from ocean that comes and puts him back. So that's the first experience in his life, what the ocean is, what the wave is, what the difficulty is, how to survive in this difficulty, how to get rid out of this kind of a situation. And he's frightened. He goes back to his nest and sits there and looks for, no, mother will feed me, mother will feed me, mother will feed me. But his mother is very beautiful, good, and in a real sense, a teacher. She keeps quiet. She doesn't call anything. She waits that his kid will come out of his emotional frightening and will find out the way. And same thing happens. And finally, in this entire process, the kid comes out, and as he comes out, he looks for the surrounding, how the rest of the people are surviving in this wave, and then he also learns to survive in wave. Then he finally learns how to catch a fish and enjoy his own meals. This is something which film suggests, and that's the reality. My query is very simple. First standard, second standard, fifth standard, ninth standard, 10th standard, 11th, 12th. So many years have happened, and still we are going with the same kind of an phenomena, same kind of an teaching, where our kids have not learned to learn. So post COVID, we want to develop a system which is basically learning attitude development, learning centric system, where things are available, where the experts are available, where these all phenomena are available, either indirectly in touch or like this, the remote one, the distinct one, and they are able to explore, they are able to contemplate of what they are saying, looking, and they are trying to learn. So this is something which is there in post-COVID. This is my opinion. There will be a lot of movement in LMS, learning management systems. There will be a lot of system softwares which will be available for the kids, and a knowledge of a teacher will be tested against all these sources. So you have to be more, more equipped with the modern kind of an phenomena. The Prerna College has taken up this initiative to make awareness of all these things, like using this software and using communicating like this. So that's fantastic. I hope that all of you will be making a system where students will learn by themselves, not through teaching only. So syllabus is not something to be completed. Syllabus will be something which will be explored by the kid and mentored by the teacher. So that there should not be need of any one-to-one, word-to-word teaching, but there should be exploring and there should be enjoyment in it. This is something which I hope the coming years will do. I will just I have more 15 minutes more to have questions, and of course one kind of what वो क्या था introduction वो देना रह गया है. मैंने introduction शुरू में इसलिए नहीं दिया because I want to take out one part also from your mind. Initially you try to put someone with your beautiful words as a great person. I may have started and somebody may have explained that he's doing this things, and he's a gold medalist and he's a topper. I'm not. I'm just explaining you the phenomena. I'm just trying to communicate something which is there in your mind, and you try to understand all the teaching with that perspective. So you're not using your mind. That's really fault. वो गरिमा है उसकी, उसको आप यूज कर रहे हैं कि अभी इतना बड़ा आदमी है, वो जो बोल रहा है वो सच ही बोल रहा है. No, it's not. If my kids are there, they must have a doubt on each and every word I put. So there is no need to introduce, glorify me at the first and then communicate. No. My introduction should be there through what I communicate to you. That is something which I have tried to suggest through this presentation. As I said, that this presentation will be kind of a demo which I expect in a near post-COVID scenario. One word which is used over there is a lockdown. I'm not deliberately using it because my organization where I work, whenever said there is a lockdown, because it's something very westernized concept. Bharatiya concept is different. I say it's a गृहवास, घरवास. हम लोग सब घर में रह रहे हैं, एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, तो वो एंजॉयमेंट के साथ हम लोग करेंगे. आपका एक रिक्वेस्ट था लेकिन इंट्रोडक्शन देने के लिए, तो वो इंट्रोडक्शन भी मैं दे देता हूँ. इंट्रोडक्शन देने के लिए जो जरिया चाहिए वो भी मैंने अलग लिया हुआ है. कोई बोलने की जरूरत नहीं, सिर्फ आपके तरफ से मैं 2 मिनट लेता हूँ और ये प्रेजेंटेशन है जिसको मैं शेयर करता हूँ. So this was a guy who tried to talk to you. You may have been enjoyed this, you may not have enjoyed this. If you are bored, we can have a discussion in chat. So this is something which he exactly does. Something very small experience of 23 years, done different kind of things, and that's why I'm talking in a different mood than your regular lecture kind is. So of course there is different kind of specialization for me, but today which I had talked to you was on the educational quality circle and institutional ask. These are the two things which I deal, quality aspect. So this is something introduction to me. So that is sufficient. Let's go back. Devashish, now how we are going to with the query section? You can start that query session. And if not, they will enjoy the 15 minutes break. Thank you. Devashish, do you have any questions or anything? I will also appreciate Debashish and his team, because I have been doing, probably this is in the last 45 days, this is my 200th appearance. Either I'm organizer or I'm presenter. So there is a lot of efforts which are taken behind this 45 minutes, and Debashish is one of the person who has been doing so many things, talking to me 2 3 times, making arrangement right from 9:30. So for few people, it is a job of 45 minutes to sit and understand. For the Bhash, it's very difficult. And of course, the team of Prerana College under the leadership of Praveen sir, Praveen Joshi sir, they are also working very hard. If there are no questions, I will leave this meeting and you can continue this session. सो थैंक्स, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. फिर कभी मुलाकात होगी, आमने सामने हम लोग चर्चा करेंगे. आप लोगों के कुछ सुझाव होंगे तो वो आप मुझे भेज सकते हैं. आप लोगों का कुछ थिंकिंग डेवलप होगा, ओवरनाइट डेवलप होगा, 24 घंटे बाद डेवलप होगा. और वो 24 घंटे बाद जो थिंकिंग डेवलप होगा, वो मेरे लिए बहुत आवश्यक है, क्योंकि आपके बच्चे क्लास खत्म होने के बाद अगर सोचते नहीं हैं, तो एक आप बुरे टीचर हैं. तो मेरा प्रयास है कि आप वो सोचते रहे, आपकी सोच मेरे तक पहुँचाइए. vmpens@gmail.com, ये मेरा साधा ईमेल एड्रेस है, आप इस पे भेज सकते हैं. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मैं इस हॉल के बाहर जा रहा हूँ. देवाशीष सर इसको कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं. सो ओवर टू यू देवाशीष.
और आवाज आवाज आ रही क्या? अच्छा, लेकिन आप नहीं दिख रहे मुझे. अच्छा, ठीक है. वो आप दूसरी एक लिंक भेजने वाले थे ना, ये देखने के लिए। हाँ, okay. अच्छा, ठीक। Hello, good morning, friends. Hello. Good morning, friends. Today, I am Dr. Yogesh Kashikar, of English department from Shri Ram Kala Mahila Mahavidyalaya, Damangaon Railway. Dear friend, today I will about the changing scenario in education in India, a need-based approach. Dear friend, at the onset, I, Dr. Praveen Joshi sir, the director of Prerana College of Commerce, Nagpur, and the management of the organizing the event, that is the webinar for higher education, webinar on higher education scenario in India with the COVID-19 in the years to come. Dear friend, this event is actually the need of the time. I also congratulate the entire team, especially Dr. Das, Dr. Shivani Kakatwar, Dr. Bharti Deshmukh Madam, program, who must have taken lots of efforts during the lockdown period for the event when the others are fighting with corona like the others. They equally deserve the special note of appreciation for their efforts. Dear friend, I would Joshi sir, the director, and the entire team to give me an opportunity to share my thoughts, my views with you. Highly thank you and your team, sir. Dear friend, today we are living in the 20th century when the entire concept, the definitions, the parameters of education have changed. The time has what education is. So it is important for us to understand what is education and what is see what we want to do or what is the things going on in the so dear friend, what is education? So I think education is about the learning and it is a skill, learning skills and education, knowledge, learning skill and learning knowledge. It is a process. It is a kind of a teaching and learning process that we come across or that we go through. So again, an important thing that education is meant for helping other people to learn how to do the things and how and to think about what they learn. So this thing again is important to help the people in learning the things. So and throughout the see years we have come across these things or we are doing this to learn the things and we teach them. So through the education, another important point of the education is to the society and the country, the knowledge of the society and the country, and of course of the world, passed on from generation to generation. So again, this is an important thing, that education is a kind of an continual process. So it is the education that plays a very important role in passing the knowledge from generation to generation. So I think that this is very important for us. It is a continuous process, and we shouldn't stop at any cost, at any condition. So I am very happy that Dr. Praveen Joshi and the Prerana College of Nagpur have organized this webinar in order to make the flow continue of this education. So education, dear friend, again is a complex process. It is a very complex system of the powerful drives. We are aware that the assessment, the curriculums, then the inspections, then the quality requirement, the funding flow, the promotion criteria, everything is there nowadays. Perhaps you know the rules of the UGC, the API criteria, and everything was continuously changing. Means again in the education that we come across. The next point is that situation is something like a different. So, what is education in the present scenario? Again, the COVID 19 will change, a dynamic change in the world, and online education becomes on a default mode during this lockdown period. We all are we have to see work from home, and we have to be online, and we have to teach our students, our our teachers, our friends, even everything. We should, or by default, we are on the online mode. So online again is a very present mind, present things. So like many other sectors, the higher education is under tectonic shift right now. See, it is very again an important thing that we must come to know, or we must understand here, or we must note down here, that private sectors have already been technicalized. Technology or the other technical were going on, or they were up to date in the present day. But education is the only sectors which lag behind. I think so. There are so many, whatever the several futurists and the education technologies, they have been forecasted long about the online mode of education that is now happening, and it is now at the present things that is going on. So it has been predicted that technology will become the the teaching and learning process, and that prediction is now we see it is coming to pass. So the old process of the teaching and learning methods and the educations now has been changed, and modern technology, technological tools for the new courses, for the development of the new courses, as an experiment or as a part of the existing classroom course, as a blended learning, have been coming up nowadays. So, dear friend, what happened during this lockdown period? Again, it is an important thing. Dear friend, now 60 millions of students. See, 60 millions of students all across the globe are limited to home, and they have to study from the home during this period, during the crucial month of the April and the February and the April. All of we know that this time, particularly for us, is the flood of, we can see the flood of curriculum and assessment activities. See, everybody is busy with his schedule, and he has to course his syllabus, his or her syllabus, or even the present see, like the internal marks and the practicals and everything that we have to do, we have to submit, and we have to the students again have to submit all the internal and the practical records during this period. So this period is very crucial for all of us, not only for the student but also also. So we come across this pandemic COVID-19 during that this particular period. So institutions and the students alike are under the pressure not to lose the academic time and to reinvent teaching and learning ways. And how it could be possible? So it is possible only through the way that we go completely online. So online is the only way for us to go. So there are several types of on learning kind of online. I will come afterwards, and I will talk about only one part of it in my course of today's. So the new and the total technology mediated education can be termed as the education 4.0. Now, dear friend, this is very important and this is very interesting to know that. See, I would like to near about the first three waves of education system that that have evolved over 2000 years of civilization. The first waves of education system, that is the Gurukul system. Gurukul system means that I don't want to explain these things actually, but I just see make a cursory glance over it. See, Gurukul system means one master and the few peoples. See, one master, one teacher, one guru, he establish or he teaches all others, see, all other peoples, all other the students. Then comes the traditional university. Means the one is the teacher, and there are so many learners. So it is just like the classroom teaching things. Then we come across the distant learning. Now, distant learning means one to very many learners across the spectrum. So, distant education that you know very well. So, nowadays, the online education that I would like to term as the education 4.0. So it is very latest. It is a very it is a very latest things that we have to do. See, why I called it as a 4.0, because it takes all the teacher and the students to the next level. So it is completely new. It is completely it is completely different, and it is completely new for us. So, dear friend, so we are living in age. So higher education nowadays is facing multiple challenges and multiple in an ever evolving professional disciplines. So changes to how the student learns, expect, where they come from are the three important trendings today. We must think over it. We must know the student capacity. We must know about the student expectation, and we must know about their background, where they come from. So these are the factors that we must learn. We must think over it. We must ponder over it, and we must change ourselves according to it. Why I am telling it? Because when I say online education, perhaps so many of the people think, even I can say that it couldn't be students of my college because they belongs to a very rural area. So I or such things, we for the such problem we must go through, or we must think about a very in a very different way. We have multiple options. We have so many options before us. We have to choose what exactly fitted for our students. It is very important each and every I say academician, even for the management and even for the parents, they must take a survey of it. They must study it. They must uh, ponder over it. These three aspects, that what exactly they want to learn, how they will learn, what they expect, and what the student where they come from. So these are the different. These are the things that we must know, and we must go about it. So understanding what these changes means to a bigger picture, and it can help us to prepare the groundwork for the strategic growth at one's institution of the higher learning. Once we understand these things, all these things, automatically our institution, or the institution where do you work, or even the institution or your personal profile also, it may increase day by day, no problem. So it is for us understand, and we must know that we must so these things are going on, and uh, we we should think about it. It is very essential. It is very essential that we must think about it, because until and unless we think about it and we come across a solution, automatically a solution comes to us. So the university, they have faced the major changes. Again, the role of the university is again important. So the university faced the major challenges and undergone major transformation in their nature, scope, their governance, nature and the value of the knowledge, and their relationship with the economy and the students. So everything is changing. We can't say that this is changing and this is not changing. So everything is changing. In the light of these changes, the fundamental question is whether the university education is good preparation for and the citizenship in the 20th century. So again, a question arises here that these changes, see whether these changes makes a university education as a good preparation for the professional life and the citizenship in the 21st century. Can we prepare a good citizen with the help of this online mode of education? So again, good is under a inverted commas, because it has multiple meanings. What exactly the goodness, the quality goodness means. So for different people, it the different locations and the different meanings. So, dear friend, are fundamental to the creation, evaluation, maintenance, and dissemination of the knowledge. All of which is or university are the very fundamental things. So, if universities are to change to meet the external pressures, this change must come from within the organization. So it is that must see the need for the change and be willing to make those changes themselves. So again, the responsibility comes upon the shoulder of all of us, okay, friend. So it is again for have to change, because if we change, the university will change. If we change, the university will change, and if university will change, definitely the whole world will change, the generation will change. So it is very important for us. It doesn't mean it is a compulsory for all of us. See, again, what is my point? It is a change, but we must accept it from the bottom of our heart. It shouldn't be a compulsory one. If it is a compulsory one, then it will be what we say, mm, a kind of a becomes like that. There shouldn't be many things may happen. Even there may be a lack of the quality, maybe a kind of a just showiness. So what I want to say that the change should be from the bottom of the heart of the faculty. Secondly, they should change according to their own, means they should have an liberty to change, because something may be suitable city, and something may not be suitable for the what we say the rural area. So changing is important. The change will come, and I'm damn sure that it will be there at any cost. But it is according to the scenario, according to the situation, and it is according to the place. So, dear friend, again, so technological change is technological change is very we know that the technology is changing nowadays. A day years before, I give you one example. Year before, there was one. mm, Here in the I am seeing something about the fund and the facilities are to be generated. Charles asked something like that. So I will talk about it in the later words after later. So what I am saying that uh, what I am saying, sir, that years before we have a simple mobile phone, but perhaps you may know that, or the years before at all, we have the landline phones only. Then after that we come across the mobile phone. Even the changes was there. Come with the smartphones. See, again we come across the smartphone. Again it changes. Now see, now at present we are communicating. Though I am live to you, I can see you and you can see me. sincerely. So technological change is very rapid, and we must cope with this change. We must cope with this speed. Colleges must have to cope with it if they want to survive. See, again, this is very important that uh, if we want to survive, we must accept the change, or it is ultimate for us to accept it, whether or not, by in this way or that way, we must have to accept change. It is very important for us. So, with the emergence of the digital economy, new technology, university and colleges professors must change their teaching, their research method, their structure, and business models supported by across the high-speed broadband. So this is it is very necessary. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Yatrik, sir. That thank you, Smita Thakre, madam. That this is very important for us. That we must new digital technology. With the emergence of this digital technology, you know that the Beam app is there, Paytm is there. Everything is there. Uh, yeah, definitely I will talk about the group psychology. But let me first finish this, and then I will take your all see questions, queries. We must have to accept the change, whether we accept it or not. It is compulsory, and it will imposed on our head. We have to say uh, accept this. We have to accept it ultimate way. So there is no doubt that the changing nature of the student mindset is impacting the higher education institutions. So again, this is important for us, that we must have to understand the mindset of the students also, because it is very important. Even though I have I am a good teacher, and even though I wish to teach so many things to my students, but if the student doesn't want learn, or at that particular time when I am teaching, then there is no use at all. So we must have to understand the mindset of the students. So many students, again, we have to understand their background, because many students, they have come from the lower social economic background. Matured or part-time students are aware of the lack of the adequate employability. So many students, or even everybody, right from the school level students, again I will say, I dare to say that even the school level student also know the inequality and the employability. You know that there is no employment nowadays. Job is not there. Even the government job is not there, or the job is not there. So many students, they know about this lack of the employability, and they belong to a very see lower socio-economic group. So most of them either part-time or full-time to meet their economic needs also. So we have to understand all these things, because it is very important whether or how could they learn online. We are talking about the online education, but is it possible for them to learn? Again, this is very important for us. Many of the students have different expectations from the traditional education. See, some of the students, they need only the degree. Some of the students, yeah, definitely, madam Madhuri Kopulwar, madam, definitely. I am talking about the rural areas also. also about the say metropolitan area also. Yes, sir. Some economic problem is there. No problem. Even the 6 million people use internet connection in India. No problem. I will come across. I will come to. I will cover all these points in my lecture. No problem. So many students they come from the socio-economic lower background, and some of many of them are full time. They have so many expectations about the traditional education. So these students they are looking for more connected and mobile learning opportunities, and for learning that goes beyond the traditional delivery of say information. See, see, very good. See, people are learning from they are working as a part time or full time. They have so many expectations, but certainly looking for a very different mode of learning. They want to learn, but they want to learn when they wish, not according to a timetable. They want to learn according to their own timetable. So therefore, the mobile learning is very important. Mobile learning is very important. That is my point here, that we must learn, we must teach the students via mobile. It is a very simple, and it is very interesting for us, and it is very very important, and it is very see joyous. You will get fun of it if you go through it. So mobile is a very see easy device. Mobile is a very easy device for all of us. Even the students, even he or she may be living in a very remote area. See, even they have mobile device. So automatically mobile, then the connectivities. See, you know that Jio has made internet free. Many students they have the this Geo phone, and they have gone for they have opted plan data plans. So it is a very best opportunity for us to provide a learning, a new kind of learning. So this growing use of technology by all students is having an impact on technology, and learning as a student are increasingly using their own technologies to engage in a range of academic activity. Thank you. Thanks a lot, madam. Smita Thakkar, madam, thanks a lot. See, that students they are learning, they want to learn, but they have their own they have their own of thinking. Yeah, mobile is considered as a crime session, no problem. But now it is the need of the time, because we are in a lockdown period, and mobile class is banned, but in the premises, in the college premises it is banned, but out of the premises or even at the home they can learn it. See, if a student is working in a farm, and if he gets a time in the morning, and if your is in a noon shift, and if he is free at the morning time, and in the noon he must have to go, or he must have to go to his job, then what will he do? He can't come to your college, and he can't learn from you. Mobile is the only way that connects you and the students at the same time. If you do if you teach him or her via mobile, so it is very simple. When it is not necessary for you also to remain present at his or her home. So there are several things that I will come across afterwards. So again, this use of growing use of is very important, and it has impact on the teaching and the learning process. Said that education is a kind of a help to learn how the people learn. It helps them to learn. So I think that some skills are needed for all, not only for the students but in the 21st century. There is an urgent need to develop the young people's competency to work creatively. Sir Ganesh, sir, Dr. Madhulkar, sir. What about the rural areas students' problem of money, net, and etc.? Sir, you that Dhirubhai Ambani has made Geo free, that you know very well. It is not a problem actually. If we have to see search for a problem, we will see so many problems before us. But if we want to search a solution, it depends upon us what to think and what to not think. So there is an urgent need to develop the people's competency, young people's competency to work creatively, innovatively with the knowledge. Yeah, dear Dr. Arun sir, I agree with that all people don't have the smartphones. But even if you have, see, a simple phone, small, but we can manage it, or he or she can manage it, no problem. And it doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost. It provides the higher education institution with a great challenges in how to prepare their students to meet demands of the knowledge society. It is also the ability to deal skillfully with the complex and often ambiguous knowledge far more important than the culmination of the facts. So universities and college would acknowledge the metacognitive problem-solving collaborative skills that the citizen need to successfully participate in the knowledge society. So again, this is important. So that is what I want to say. I think that state government has yeah, definitely, definitely Rahul sir, that state government has made several opportunities. If not, if there are not such a schemes, then government will provide no problems. Again, it is for the university and the colleges that they should make such people that problem solving, collaborative skills, these things are very important for the students. Yeah, San, Satish भागवत सर, ऑनलाईन एज्युकेशन मध्ये एक उत्तम शिक्षक मुलांना सोबत हा नो 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 यू डोंट थिंक अबाउट दिस थिंग सर. सर तुम्ही असा विचार करू नका की मुलं ते गमावेल. इथे सांगायचं आहे की मुलं गमावणार नाही, मुलं काय कमावणार आहे हेच पहा. आणि कसं आहे सर की मुलं काही गमवतात, ह्या गोष्टी कमवणं आणि गमवणं या गोष्टी चालूच राहणार असतात जीवनामध्ये. नवीन बदल जे येत असतात ते बदल ऍक्सेप्ट करणं सुद्धा आवश्यक. आणि त्याच्यासाठी हळूहळू सगळ्या गोष्टी येतात, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही. ओके. So it is important for us, for the students, that colleges should make their students they should prepare them for the future. They could solve the problems. They should have the capacity of problem solving. They should have the collaborative skills, because it is very important in a group. Dear friend, perhaps you know that nowadays we are or so many nuclear families. Joint family is there no doubt in India, but it is in a very small scale. So definitely, sir, I will take all the questions, all your questions, Prashant sir. I will take a very all of your questions afterwards, so that I will first finish my presentation, and after that I will take all your queries. No problem. So it is important for us the need to raise the literacy level and the information management skills of the generation to improve the employability would also reduce an agreement. So there was once was there time when means to sign. If a person could sign and if he could read or write, then it means that he is a literate man. But a day after years, the definition of literacy is changed and the digital literacy comes. Now, a person who can handle the computer, he may be considered as a literate person. Okay, so again, now in this what I said, the education is zero. Here, not only if the knowledge about the PC is important, but you must know about all the net and see everything, the settings and different types of softwares. You must have to be well equipped with everything. This need again is important for us. So I think that there are the 8 broad competencies which learners should be proficient. So these are the 4 important. These are the 8 important competencies. These are the important things that the learner must have. Uh, they must have it. So the communication is the mother tongue. See, mother tongue is as important as the foreign language, and foreign language is as important as English. There is no ultimate way. So one must know the mother tongue. One must can understand the mother tongue, because I have seen that even the students can't write in their own mother tongue very properly. They can't make even in Marathi, or even in Hindi, or even in Gujarati, or even in Tamil, they couldn't write properly. They mix up the things, they mix up the subject and other things. And even the same is the case with the foreign language like English. So it is important for every student that he or she must know or must have at least the knowledge, the competency. See, I'm saying about the competency we excel in the communication in the mother tongue and communication in the foreign language. So again, here we must know about communication. What is communication? So here I just send one poll, and I expect you to say about it, about the what is communication. Okay, just See, just provide the answer of it. What is communication? I wait for see your technology has demanded that we should be technology literary computer, etc. Okay, no problem. That is my point is that what is the technology? Sorry, what is communication? Exchanging ideas. Sir, very good. Exchanging ideas, exchange of ideas is there. No problem. Okay. Anybody wants? Anybody else? पण दुष्परिणाम वरती पण आपण त्याच्यावरती चर्चा करू. काही प्रॉब्लेम नाहीये. As interaction between the very good information to be reached to the others. Yeah, very good. Exchange of ideas, emotions, from one person to another person. Yeah, very good, very good. All of you are true. Very good. All of you are true, sir. No problem that whatever the ideas and whatever the thinkings that you have regarding to इतरांची मन समजून घेणं, very good expression of ideas. Means all of you are true, no problem. But communication means to understand and to make the other people understand what you think, what you believe, what you what you are. Means a good person is a good communicator is the one who can always succeed in his life because he speaks in such a way that whatever is likable, whatever he says is true and acceptable by the other person. ग्रामीण भागातील विद्यार्थ्यांना ऑनलाईन पद्धतीने कसे शिकवणार ग्रामीण भागात स्मार्ट सर हे सगळे जे आहे रवींद्र सर तुम्ही जे पोस्ट टाकत आहे हे सगळ्या मी नंतर घेईल तुम्हाला सगळ्या या गोष्टी सांगेल काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही याच्यामध्ये सो point is that these are the 8 competencies and expression communication in the mother tongue communication in the foreign language is very important as well as the basic competence in the science and the basic mathematical competence and the basic technological competence again, three things again comes essential for us then digital competency is there student must have skilled in and learning to learn. See, it is very important for us that we must know that means see never stops learning, dear friends, because learning never stops. See, never stops. Learning is the things that you learn day by day in each every day in at every minute at every second you learn from it is not essential that you learn from your guru or your teacher or your sir from anybody anything even a small child can teach you even a nature can teach you anything so this is very important understand and the social and the civic competence is there then the sense of initiative and entrepreneurship awareness and the expression is important I take a little bit fast because I have to make I have to finish appropriate time, and I left only near about 20 minutes. And I have so many slides to go ahead. Besides, one has to possess the communication skill that is important. The independent learning is important. Ethics and responsibility is important because vidya vinayanu shobhate. And building trust is again important. See, when you work on a social networks or when you study from a social network, building trust is again important. Then the degree of the reliance on the others to accomplish the one's own goal, teamwork, flexibility. Teamwork is again important. Critical thinking is again important. Problem identification, the need to develop the creativity, initiative, problem solving, originality. Everything are needed in a knowledge based society. We are living in a knowledge based society. Here we have the everything. We have see of the knowledge, and here are everything, and we need all these things. If one have to survive in one's life, he must be a good communicator. He must have the ethics. He must have the trust build. He can build a trust. Even he could rely on the others. He could be a good leader. He could have a flexibility. He could have the critical thinkings. Everything. All these things that I have in my presentations are essential for a good leadership. Knowledge management means the ability to find, evaluate, analyze, apply, and disseminate information in a particular context. So this is very important for all of us. So take education technology and the problems. See, technology serves mainly as the means of delivery informations rather than supporting and fostering ideas. See, technology is a kind of an just a delivery of information. It is not a kind of a teaching. Teaching is a different thing, and just giving him or her the information in KB files or Word file or PDF file or audio file or video file, that is different. When the university considers the inclusion of technology for teaching, there are fundamental questions that should be answered. And what is they are, what is the best done, face to face or online? And it is again a debatable issue that whether the online education is important or good or the offline important. So both online and offline education have their own parameters, have their own what we say the limitations and benefits, advantages and disadvantages. But university or the role of expertise should think on this problem. Then what is the role of the human teacher? Can or will the human teacher be replaced by technology? Can we change the human teacher completely? So these are the questions that should be answered. So interactive session, the online education and the offline education, there are several types of see, yeah, very good, Dr. Pratima. During this COVID-19 also we are using the offline, and this is a kind of a different mode that we use. Type of the teaching and the learning process. What I want to say that during this 21st century, we come across a different types of learning, teaching and learning process. And number one is distant education, that you know perhaps. Online learning, that is again that you know. Blending or hybrid learning is there. Online and collaborative learning, that we called OCL, is there. Then open education resources like the massive open courses that Swayam Prabha and everything, that even for the NCRT and the UGC, what we say, the CBSC pattern, we come across, we have different types of and different types of the platforms. Then the creation of the video lectures and to upload those lectures on the social media or YouTube. Again, this is important or a novel pedagogical tool that we can use. And the lastly one is the means the app learning. That is again an important thing. So I today I talked about the mobile learning. So that you all know that yes, EPG Pathshala is there also. Distance learning, everything you know. I just take about the mobile learning. So mobile learning is also known as M learning. It is a new way to assess the learning content mobile. With the advent of the mobile learning, educational systems are changing. So mobile learning supports, with the help of the mobile device, continuous assess and the learning process, that this can be done using device like your phone, laptop, tablet, and you can learn wherever and whenever you want. So again, yeah, podcast is there, no problem. That I am taking forwards in my slide. So what is the important of the M learning is that you can learn wherever and whenever. Place time is not, there is no limitation of the place and the time in M learning. So types of the mobile learning. Types of the mobile learning. VLE based learning. This is an extension of the virtual learning environment like and Atlas. E-learning or distant learning using a virtual learning environment or VLE has become a very popular. Google Classroom is there, but it is not a mobile learning, it is a different thing. Uh, so app-based learning again is important. Use different apps for various aspects. Apps for students are now a significant part of mobile learning. There are specific mobile apps for vocabulary, mathematics, and other skills. This is a kind of a discrete learning. This method supports interactive learning and virtual learning. Perhaps you know the app learnings, perhaps you may know the Baiju apps, or there are so many several kinds of apps available on the Play Stores. App for Google, app for vocabulary, for English grammar, for mathematics, even for architecture, designing, and everything. So it is important for us, or it is a way that we can use or we can develop our own app, and we can teach the students also. So podcasting is there again. It is Podcasting is there. It is an form of a passive learning. Materials are provided in the form of the audio files. It is more effective way for teaching in classroom with related slides. In the practical session, if the audio podcast is instructional and allows the students or teachers to follow the certain instructions through listening and task, it becomes more effective. This is the things, so that these are the types. Then or augmented reality based learning, that AR based learning. This method of learning is a direct or indirect visualization of the real world, which is based on the image captured system through the mobile phones or the cameras using GPS. In schools, augmented reality works very well because it brings real life experience very close to the students in the forms of the classrooms. So it is a kind of an virtual reality. We are living in a very technologically advanced age where virtual reality is emulation, simulation that the content delivery again is content delivery based learning. This is another type of a passive learning. The learning materials can be distributed ebook, HTML files to be read in a mobile device. It is mostly available in smartphones. So content delivery based learning is there. Game based learning, GBT, again it is very important. It is a very simple things that we include games in our classes. It is very effective, very interesting way of teaching students with the highest memory retention. Actually, nobody wants to learn. Yeah, E Kalpa is there for designing. Yeah, designing a course. Yeah, very good. I know that. It is nobody wants to learn actually because students hates it. It is a fact that we must yes, like it or not, but it is fact that nobody wants to learn if it is a little bit difficult for them. But if we include some tactics like games, and if we make it attractive, if we make it very attractive, very easy, then they get interest, and they slowly they engaged in the way of learning, and they can retain, they can they should be very attentive to it, and they can retain the memorize everything they can learn. So game based learning is very important for me. So it is very simple that we can do it. So the basic elements of the M learning. There are various portable devices like iPad, laptops, tablets, smartphones, networks, which enables mobility and the mobile learning that allows teaching and learning beyond the traditional classroom. In the classroom, mobile gives a flexibility new opportunities to both teacher and students for interactions. Mobile learning has two elements. Learners that is to a certain extent learner can happen outside a classroom or in a very various in various locations more than a motivation to do so wherever the opportunity arises from the books electronic sources. So learning mobility means the students he can learn at any place. He can learn from his home. He can learn from his farm. He can learn from anything where the and where that he can port the device. Then the mobile device is a handy tablet or any other portability and is therefore both compact and lightweighted. Mobile device is not a heavy one. Mobile is very lightweighted. We can lift it. It is very lightweighted and compact, and it is portable. Lightweighted devices like the mobile phones, then the handheld computers, tablets, laptops, computers can be carried easily and used for communication and achieving and learning activities. So these are the basic elements that we need for the mobile learning. So mobile it as a next level of learning. Mobile user rapidly increase day by day in India. So we know that even has his own mobile. Even you go in a rural area, you find a device, mobile device. So very important for us that we must know that mobile user is increasing. Information through the mobile learnings gives 10% situations to learners with immense satisfactions. Through mobile learning, some problems though the some problems arises like difficulties in reading the content continuously on a small screen, or a technological problems like poor interactions, hardwares, or software failures. Yet there is no doubt that the learning on mobile phones is the next level of revolution in education sector. Definitely, in education sector, we will learn these new things. I take here some very hands-on practice for the development of the e-content. We can how can we make a e-content? I think that we have only 3 minutes to go only. So if there are any if the time gives me time permit finish it. So creation of the video lecture and upload it on the social platforms like YouTube. We need just a camera. You can use the camera of your mobile phone or a laptop. You need a green screen. You need a software editing, just like video editor software. There are so many softwares and internet that you need, and your account preferably Gmail. So these things that you need. You can even do so many things. So creation of the uh, video lectures and upload it on the YouTube. Here you can see it on the YouTube. I now share my screen to you with uh, I show you how we can make how can what we say the video lecture. So this is what the slide that I have made, and so hands-on practice. Thank you. I make it. Please post in your chat whether you see this screen or not. I can make it full screen. If you can't see it, please tell me. Uh, can you see this? So, dear friend, you can record the screen from your point.
बड़ा जो उनका होम तो पहले
Hello. We can see record our screen from our PPT PowerPoint presentation. Here I have made it present. I have already recorded. I play it so that you can listen it. Learning how to record this PowerPoint presentation. Here I have this the tool that I have opened. This PowerPoint presentation, I have opened this. I have webinar. So here in this PPT, I add the screen recording. So here you have the section on this sidebar. Just click on the insert button. There you find several options. Go Here you can insert the video, here you can insert the audio, and here you can see the screen recording. So from if you click, I have already clicked it, so it is not there. So if you click it, there comes one the area choosing. After when you choose the area, automatically say like this service. Here if you select the area, then automatically you if you select the come across a particular line that if you cross it, if you stretch it up to the full screen, then automatically your whole screen will get recorded. So here is the pause button or the start button, and here is the stop button audio, and here it is a recording of the pointer. So my mouse cursor is captured in the recording. And so when you start it, automatically it gets recorded. So now I am recording this. See this video. This is the video pad editor used for editing the different videos for YouTube and other things. This is a professional editing software for everyone. You can download it and you can use it a free version, the free version of it. So here we can get several effects like the pure digital audio tools. Then we get the many visualization and the effects, and we can even optimize the complete video, and we can share all these with our friends and families. Many transitions like this, and we can use everything with this. It is a very best software. You can download it from its see link site. So after going to this place again, I came back to my see presentation. As soon as I press his button, automatically our recording will be stopped and it will come on the screen of the people. So it is a very best device for us to record the screen, and at the same time we can record our lecture and we can provide the material to our students. So, dear friend, this is what about the again. I take the next slide, and screen recording from video. Now, I take this opportunity to tell you how can you convert your PPT into see again. This is important for us to know how can we convert our PPT. We can make several PPT of our own subject, but we can make and we can see convert it into the video. See, I just play this. It is a so here you can convert. Now, dear friend, let us see how can we convert our PPT into video. See, please do watch it. How can we convert our PPT into a video? So let us convert it. For the sake of the convenience, I have prepared this another PPT. I have the complete, say you can say the animation here. I have given all animation. You can see it here. See, I have given all animations. This even I have included one video also in it. The video on the screen record is already in the slide. So what you have to do? You have just go here on the file, and you go here for the save as, and see you should select the location that I am see I am location for the background of for video, and here you have to just see um, give the title to your see title file, and here you should click on the mpeg for video. Then you have to just click the button save. When you click the button save, then automatically here you are you can see making a video file is going on. So it takes a time. So I have already prepared one video that I show you, and how can we see uh, do it. Okay. So so the friend now you can see here is nothing. So our file is ready. So we this background, and here this is the file that webinar. So I play it for you. So this is that I have created. So you can see here it is moving. See, this is the thing. Even with the video in it, the mouse cursor is captured in the use for editing this, and the device is for so dear friend, we can add this or we can, after converting it, we can also add it into see our PPT. Here I add this video from my PC, and this video that I have created for it. So this is the video file. This is the video file that we have prepared. Okay, so from this we can insert it. So this is what the conversion of the video file, and see inserting it into our PPT. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. So, dear friend, that whatever I shared with you, may like you, may you follow it, and your comments, your any queries. If you have any queries, any doubts, please feel ask to me at Lem. I'm available to you. You can easily contact to me on my email address, that is y.kashikar @yahoo.com, or even you can reach me on my mobile, and even you can just type my name Yogesh Kashikar in Google, and automatically you will get each and every information regarding to me. So if I have near about, we have left so much time. So once again, I am express my gratitude, sense of gratitude for Dr. Joshi sir, the director of Prerana College of Commerce, management, and the entire team for providing me a golden opportunity to share my views, my thoughts amid the terrific social condition of the COVID-19. Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Joshi sir and the entire team. Thank you.
Thank you, Yogesh sir. You have done a wonderful job, and I'm sure our participants must have been immensely benefited from your talk. Dear friends, since yesterday, we have been engaged in this webinar, and I'm thankful to all of you for your active participation. I say active participation because the questions that you have put and the opinions that you have given show us that it was your active participation. It was the first effort on the part of conducting the webinar. And I'm sure in future we shall be doing many more webinars on relevant topics so that our teachers community is largely benefited. Now this is the time for us to learn from each other. We will learn a lot from you, and we will also learn from all those experienced teachers, young teachers, because the time has come that it has become necessary for all of us. In the first session, Dr. Vishwajit Pense, he played a kind of offbeat record. That is, instead of taking to a regular kind of talk or lecture, he has done something offbeat. And I have found the comments that his talk, his address was really very interesting and very delightful. He has made a very important and very subtle point. He narrated a story. Unfortunately, he could not play the video, but the story was very effective. And through that story, he has highlighted a very important point that in future, when we go away from traditional teaching, on campus teaching, what will happen? The students will not be taught the syllabus. They will explore the syllabus. And really, it is going to happen in future. Online teaching does not mean a kind of traditional classroom lecture where teachers speak and students listen. Now the students will have ample time at their disposal since they don't have to travel from their houses to their institutions. So before the topic is taken up by the teacher, I'm sure the students will be in the habit of exploring what exactly the teacher is going to teach. Maybe that they learn a lot many things in the beginning itself. So instead of a kind of classroom teaching, it will be more interactive so that the ideas of the students that they have not understood after studying on their own will be cleared. The teachers will be more a kind of motivators than educators. So teachers' role is going to change a lot. We will see a sea change in the role of the teacher. I am very thankful to Dr. Vishwajit Pense, that through this story, he has made the picture very clear as to what kind of teaching it will be and what kind of learning it will be in near future in the presence of COVID-19 as we are living and we are learning to live with it. Dr. Yogesh, he has made very valid points. He has stressed that students' expectations, social needs, parents' expectations have to be taken into consideration before we frame our syllabus. We have been continuously insisting that the syllabus should be framed or prepared in such a manner that it meets the local needs. Dr. Yogesh has made this point very vehemently that we must take into consideration the social needs, the expectations of the parents, the aspirations of the students into consideration before we give the final touches to our syllabus. At the same time, the needs of the future world have also to be taken into consideration. In the coming 10 years, in the coming 20 years, what will the world need? This COVID-19 has taught us that the world will never be the same, even if it disappears from this world after a few years. Social distancing, physical distancing, these things will be there. Our social scenario will change. Our economic scenario will change. Our political, national, international scenario will change. So will also change the education pattern. Universities and colleges and other education authorities will have to play a very important and effective role in giving a proper shape to our education to meet the needs of the present as well as the future. Friends, you must have gathered some ideas, some new ideas from this webinar. I'm sure you also, through your college, will organize some webinars so that all of the teachers of our country come together to exchange their ideas and learn many new things from each other. Such webinars are going to help us a lot, and accordingly, we will bring about a positive transformation in our teaching and learning process. I am very thankful to you for having actively participated in this webinar. I am thankful to all the resource persons that they have tried to give as much possible as they could. It was disappointing that yesterday we could not listen to Dr. Amar Singh. He also had so many new ideas to exchange with us, to share with us. Some other time we will have Dr. Amar Singh online. I appreciate the efforts of the team of Prerna College, Dr. Das, Dr. Revatkar, Professor Sudhir, Dr. Shivani, and Dr. Bharti Deshmukh, and our technical staff that have made this webinar a grand success. So friends, thank you very much. And very soon you will get a feedback form. And thereafter, once you submit that feedback form, you will get your certificate. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.